close that. Hey, we are going to be making a delicious spaghetti. So I'm gonna use about a pound and a half. My water's already boiling. I didn't start this till it started boiling. Let me just put all those in. I like a lot of noodles, so we'll do that. And as soon as you throw it in, of course, it doesn't want to keep boiling, but that's neither here nor there. I got a lot of this other stuff preset. Like I've got my vegetables cut up, my tablespoon of butter. This is onions, celery, green pepper. So we're gonna put some butter down. I guess I won't use this and take the whole pot. I thought I was gonna need a little more, but I don't. Yeah, and of course it doesn't want to put all my spaghetti in. That's crazy. But I won't worry about it today. Bring this down. I chopped those up earlier to save time. I don't want to keep you here all day. You know. Got about a cup of sliced smoked sausage that we're gonna put in there too. Now it wants to boil, so hopefully the noodles will go down into this pot and boil. I should set a timer. What time is it? 4:57. 4:57. All right, they're all in there. Alrighty. And I made it put this down too low. I'll bring you guys over here so you can see. Hello. What we've got going. We've got this. We've got this. This is not a big enough, there we go. I'm trying to find a good angle because the lighting in this house, this kitchen's not as good as the last house, but that's not stopping nothing. At 5:07, I need somebody to remind me that it's 5:07. But we've got our vegetables going with some of the smoked sausage. I'm gonna cook those down a little bit. What is it though? It's about to be spaghetti. Just simple spaghetti. I'm using the rest of the ground beef from last night when we made tacos with some Italian sausage. And that's what it's gonna be. At this point, when it's just the vegetables, thank you, I like to season them. If you missed what the vegetables were, it's just onion, pepper, and celery. So that was black pepper I'm using as a seasoning. This is onion powder. I'm gonna use garlic powder, not garlic salt, garlic powder as well. I really don't like the lighting on this side. I'm trying to figure it out though. So garlic powder. I'm 10 years old. Is that, yeah. Do you want to learn how to cook? That's what I'm kind of here to show you. That's paprika. Give you guys a little glimpse of what that's looking like. I definitely need like a ring light or something. And then we're just gonna mix it all in. With some salt. Just a little bit of salt. That looks like a lot, but we're going to be adding a lot more stuff to this, so it's really not that much. Just until our vegetables get soft. Hi. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to stir my spaghetti up so it doesn't clump together. The last brand I was using was clumping together. I didn't like that. So I'm just gonna stir this one up. I think it was because it was really thin to be a spaghetti. We dump in some garlic. I like a lot of garlic. Okay, and now I'm just gonna add the meats. Get over here. Hey, Rhonda. Long time no see. So we're going to use the rest of the ground beef from yesterday. What do we have? Tacos. We had tacos. And then we're going to use the Italian sausage. I really wish the light in here was better. I'm going to figure it out for you guys. We're just going to break this up together. But first, let me wash my hands. I don't really like the fact that I touched the wrong meat. Okay. How have y'all, girl? We've been living. That's the best I can tell you. Trying to survive. How have you been? I haven't been on live because I can't get good light in here. Like, it's so weird. I guess not really weird, but it's just, it doesn't make for a great live or a great experience on the live if you can't see anything of what's going on. And I have the camera over there, but it shows a little too much of me and all this big body over there, so I don't really want the camera over there. Right now, I'm just grinding up the meat. This is going to be a really quick video, a really quick live, because it's a busy day today. We've got back to school night, which I think is crazy. School shouldn't even be in session where I'm at. Look, I'm dressed like this because it's 108 degrees outside. It's too hot. It's too hot for these kids, especially the kids that don't get picked up in air-conditioned cars. You know, the kids that have to walk home or take a hot bus, you know. So, hey, I am Psalms 91 equipped. But yeah, here we are, back to school for my youngest. I don't know when my older daughter in school has back to school though, so that's something I gotta note. I'm just breaking up the ground beef, and the Italian sausage together. And then I'm going to season this. I like to season in layers, so we're going to add some garlic powder to this. And I like a lot of garlic. This is going to be very garlicky. Some paprika. I feel like this paprika, I don't I don't think I like this brand's paprika. Either it's a little too strong or it might be too spicy. Something's going on with that, but I'm still gonna use a gang of it because I always do. So that was the paprika. This is the onion powder coming out slow as a poke. We're gonna get it going with just a little more rapid of a pour, and then just gonna mix that in. I'm not gonna salt it again or use anything with salt until I come to the end of this, putting in my sauces and whatnot. So I'm gonna use Winco Foods store brand pasta sauce with roasted garlic and herb. I'm just breaking this meat up into smaller pieces. But this is the sauce I'm gonna use. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm gonna add some of my own sauce, like plain tomato sauce and some diced tomatoes with Italian herbs in here because I do like tomatoes in my spaghetti. And we've got 1 minute on the timer for the spaghetti. So I will bring you over here as I turn this off. I was gonna fry chicken with this, but I started dinner late, so. Help you what, babe? Hold on 1 second. Up here. Okay. So here we go. The spaghetti's drained. I'm not gonna put it back on the hot burner. We're just gonna leave it there. And I'll give you guys a view of what the spaghetti's looking like. If only I knew how to put on the, oh, there's the flash. The flash. Finally, some good light. So, as you can see, we need some Dagon. What do we need? We need something over there. Oh, we just need to cook more. That's pretty much it. And then we can add the sauce. Or I could break it up some more and boil it in the sauce. That's a thing I do sometimes too. It really depends on my mood and just how much time I have. I don't have much time. So I might boil this a little bit in some beef stock, beef broth. Has anybody ever done that before? Because I'm about to do this. Just a little bit. A little bit of chicken bouillon. Not chicken, beef bouillon with water. Mix that up. Put that in here. Find the lid to this and let it boil for about 5 minutes. I might do that. Alright. So give me a second, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you up here. Hello. Are you gonna hang? Let's get, what is this? We're gonna get 2.5 cups is fine. You did her shoes? You did her shoes? Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So we're gonna put about 2 tablespoons of this in here, in the water, to make a little broth, a brothy broth. 1.5. I really don't want it that strong. We're just stirring it up. And I don't have the lid to this, but we're gonna pour it in here. That's right. I don't need the whole thing. This is just going to help. I'm going to turn it up and boil it. Okay, so that's going to boil for a little bit. Maybe I'll freeze this. Maybe I won't. Who knows? I don't know. And I'm certainly not going to dump it out right now. All we're doing is we're going to boil that into the meat, and then since I use that, I probably definitely won't need any more salt. And I probably won't need the extra sauces, but if I do need the extra sauces, I'm going to take them. So we're just going to let that sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to bring you guys up here and say, hey, it's been a while since I've consistently been on live. If you've been around, you can see we're in a new place, a new space. Very grateful. I'm very grateful, very blessed to be here. How long have you been on live? 16 minutes. Look, check this out. What is this button? I don't know what that means. Hey, Rhonda, you are a top fan. That's cool. I don't know. I'm going to screenshot that because I really don't know what that means. I've never seen that before because I haven't been on live in so long. Okay. Okay, and then I'll look at that later. Anyways, so we moved from the last house. Is a bunch of drama. If you've been following me for a long time, you know I was staying with my brother, and he had a bunch going on. But anyways, his woman, one of his women, she had a bunch going on, and it was just a lot of drama, a lot of mess, and we had to go. We ended up here. We live about 40 minutes away from where we used to live, and it is so freaking hot out here. I thought that I would be able to manage the heat because I previously lived in the desert, but this is the desert. This desert is definitely deserting. I want to touch buttons. Okay, I don't really know what any of this does, but it's consistently been like 108 degrees all this week, all last week. I don't understand why they let the kids in this area start school so early, because it needs to cool down. It's too hot. You see how I'm dressed? I've got this skimpy shirt on, these skimpy shorts. That's because baby pants is not gonna happen here. It's too much. Too much. It's just not gonna go down. Okay, so our spaghetti's boiling. But I do like the new house. You know, unlike the last house, this is my house. I can do a lot more, so I started a garden. It's a container garden, and I've got two things I started from seed. I started a sunflower from seed. Granted, I say a sunflower because only one popped up. I put a gang of seeds in that bucket, but only one's living and thriving. She's gonna be, I don't know how long sunflowers take to grow, but she's on her way. And then I also did a pot with not purslane. I have 4 purslane plants though, and I absolutely love them. But the pot, I had lavender, marigolds, and I planted from seed. What is that flower? Oh, what is it called? It's right on the tip of my tongue because I'm so excited for it to bloom. Zinnia, Purple Prince Zinnia. I'm over the moon. I'm ecstatic about it. You can't tell me nothing about my zinnia, even though out of all the seeds I planted, only 2 have sprouted, but they're almost on their way to like fully blooming. I can see them opening up. I can see a little purple, and I really feel like if I knew anything about gardening, I probably would have planted them in ground, but I didn't do that, so they're in a container. And also, it might not be too late to plant more of them. I want to plant more of them. I think I'm going to finish out the pack and plant more of them. I don't know. But that's what we got going on with the zinnias. What else am I growing? I wanted to start the garden growing fruit. If you saw a couple of my shorts, you might have seen that we did tomatoes, but that was supposed to be a tomato transplant, and they didn't do well. They did ripen, but they didn't grow past what was already on the bush when we got it. So I would like to try to grow fruits and vegetables, but right now I'm just doing plants, and I'm so proud. You can't tell me nothing, because everything's growing, and I'm just really excited about that. And it's just pretty, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so one of the reasons, like I said, about being in the new house that I haven't gone live much is this kitchen. It's cool and everything, but the lighting is so bad. This is the only light, and on top of it being the only light, it's like, I don't know how to turn the fan off. I'm having a struggle with that. And I just don't get good light in here, and there's not a lot of space where I like prepare my food at to do like a ring light or anything else like that. So I'm just trying to figure it out. Bear with me. I'm still gonna keep on showing up though and trying to get it right. Get it right, get it tight. Like, I don't know, it's weird. But let's check. See what I mean? There's no space over here for the shenanigans. And it keeps falling. Why does it keep, oh, because it's not how it's supposed to be. Okay, embarrassing. Oh, here we go. Now, when I add the broth to this, like I did, one, there wasn't a lot of grease any damn ways because the ground beef was like 93.7. But I don't drain it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna add my other stuff to this, which is my diced tomatoes. Boom. And it just helps it be extra saucy. I'm not going to drain these tomatoes either. They're going in there. I like a really saucy spaghetti. And I make my spaghetti different every time. Like, I really wish I had some mushrooms to put in this. I have canned mushrooms, but I don't know if that's going to ruin the integrity of the dish. So I won't be doing that. But I am still going to break up some of these pieces of like ground beef and Italian sausage because they're pretty thick. And I didn't dice my vegetables thick, so I don't want this to be a chunky spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? This is not supposed to be a chunky spaghetti, but it is. We're not gonna lie to ourselves. It really is turning into a chunky spaghetti. But that's because it's a quick spaghetti because it's back to school night. I thought I was going, but they left me. Like, that's crazy, y'all. It was what the hell? Why would they leave me? They didn't even tell me they were leaving me. They just left. But that's okay. If I had known I wasn't gonna go, I would have started frying chicken to go with this. I would have made this a very simple spaghetti and fried the chicken instead of kind of doing too damn much on the spaghetti. That's my daughter's cat.